we have to do again, we have to come back here to this door cabinet. Okay, and we have to add some parameters so that for the door cabinet, but the cabinet which will host our microwave must have a specific or a locked dimension for where our microwave will sit. So since we don't know exactly the height of the microwave that we would use, we have to add the parameter here as the height for the host of our microwave. And then you have to remove this door and have the cladded or fixed claddings for these other spaces, and just leave. We can have the lower, we can still have the door as the lower storage which can be operable, but keep the microwave stand. Okay, so let's do that. First, let's move this door a bit. Okay, then we have to edit our extrusion. So by editing our extrusion, I have to have a parameter here, and this parameter, call it the microwave space. Create a new parameter, let's call it microwave. Okay, this is our parameter, the microwave. Then we can have, but I have an idea. Instead of like cladding or rocking these spaces can as well be used for storage. So we have to have double doors here. So let's first check if so go back to the edit extrusion. You have to also fix this thickness. So by the time you will be changing this microwave height, this thickness must be kept at 20 millimeters. So let's add another dimension here and lock it. Okay, then hit apply. Then let's check the parameters. So for the microwave, for example, let's change it to 500 millimeters. Hit apply. Okay, so you can see that the shelves are changing as we are changing the height for the microwave. Okay, so what we have to do, we can even add another partitioning here above and have like, let's see. Okay, we can add another 50 millimeters partitioning here. Okay, 20 offset. Okay, split the lines. Okay, trim them. Okay, then hit finish. Again, let's check how the microwave space is affecting the system. Let's add, for example, 70 centimeters. Hit apply. Okay, you can see that the system is acting very well. So what you have to do, hit apply. What you have to do, we have to change this door and have two different have two different doors, the lower door and the upper door, just above the microwave space. So what we are going to do, what we are supposed to do, is to remove the formula. So let's first save this family and call it, let's save it and call it the door cabinet microwave. Okay, save it. Then you have to remove the formula to this height of the door, since the door will not be depending on the height, the overall height of the cabinet. So let's remove the formula, apply. Okay, then we are going to have two different doors. We are going to have, so let's change this door height, for example, to, let's say 70 centimeters. Apply. Then, okay, so let's undo this operation, but have the formula for the door height and the vertical handle length. So the vertical handle length will be equal to door H minus, so you're going to offset to always have a fixed offset to this door. So what you are going to do, you have to offset it, for example, by 50 millimeters from both sides. Apply. Okay, so this 50 millimeter will only be offsetting from the top, but again we will fix this handle base offset. Let's fix it to 50 millimeters as the formula. Apply. Okay, then let's change the height of the door, for example, to 700 millimeters. Apply. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to move this door, go back to the ref level, move this door back, okay, let's align this door to this central reference plane and just check what, okay, what to look like. Okay, let's change the angle to 50 degrees. Apply. Okay, the door can open. Okay, let's close the door. Okay, then go back to the front view. We want this door to be fixed, always to be fixed to the height of the lower cabinets that we had earlier, but the height of the lower cabinets are not set in this new family. So let's first set this to, we have to set this to 800. Okay, then we can go back to this edit extrusion and change or move this extrusion so you have to move them like this, then align the extrusion so that it will be fixed. Okay, lock it, then change this dimension to 20 millimeters, then lock this dimension. So what this will help us is to keep changing this microwave parameter, but without changing this partition, this horizontal partition. So let's try again. Hit OK. Then let's change this microwave space here, for example, to 600 millimeters. Apply OK. So this is working very well. So hit OK, and then let's add this parameter and call it lower curb height. So add the parameter and let's call it lower curb h as the height for the lower cabinet. So what you are going to do, this door, since it is fixed at the bottom, we are going to add a new formula to this door. Okay, this door height. So this door height will be equal to lower curb h minus 10 millimeters. This 10 millimeters is just an offset for opening the door handle or using the door handle. Okay, but since we have the vertical handles here, we can still keep that space for just having a visual alignment on those cabinets. Okay, so in 3D view, this is what we have, but we need to copy or move this door up at a certain, align it at a certain height, and that height will be determined by the spacing for a microwave. So what we must do, we need to add a new reference plane here, and this reference plane must be aligned with this lower with this partition. Then add another parameter, and this parameter must be equal or the same as the microwave. Okay, then let's copy this door at the same place. Okay, move the door up. Okay, then this door must have some of its own parameters, so we have to duplicate it and call it tall door 2. It's okay. Then some of parameters must be shared, like the door material, the angle must be kept and shared, the door depth must be kept. Okay, the door D. Okay, but the door height must be different. That's why I'm going to create a new parameter, and let's call it door H2. Okay, then the width must be kept and shared. Okay, the base offset must be kept, since the formula it's already fixed at the 50. Okay, door base handle base offset must be kept, and the height length, the handle length must be changed. So that's why I'm going to have handle, the vertical handle length. Okay, 2. Okay, then hit OK. What you're going to do, we are going to, first of all, we are going to align and lock this door bottom at this reference plane. Lock it, then we need to add the formula. Which formula? The formula which will allow to set the height of this door number 2, door H2. The formula is this one, is that the overall is equal to the overall height, okay, the overall height minus the lower curb H, this one, lower curb H, lower curb H, and minus again this microwave, okay, minus microwave, sorry, minus microwave, apply, okay. So the height is this one remaining. So hit OK, check the 3D view. This is what we are having so far, but you have to change again the height. Sorry, let's zoom to visualize it. The changes have to change this length of this handle too. This length must be equal to this door H2, okay, must be equal to door H2 height, door H2 height minus let's see, minus 50. So let's check what we'll be having. Must be equal to door H2. This formula is to the reason for this formula is to keep this handle in the system, so that whenever we change the cabinet or the shelf height, the door height must be affected and the handle height must be affected automatically. That's the reason for these formulas. So here the formula, let's see the door H2, the door H2, okay, minus 50 millimeters. Let's see, apply, okay, perfect. So this is how the system will work. So since we have everything we want in place, we just need to load this second cabinet. Let's save it and load it into our main project, which is linear kitchen. Okay, then save the project, then add the third cabinet here. So the remaining cabinet, obviously they are the top cabinets and this corner cabinet, which is the crucial part for our today's tutorial. So let's go for it.